Cyber Tikka Masala, your own cybersecurity podcast, a podcast that keeps CIOs and CISOs ahead with latest cyber threats and news. So today's just few minute podcast will cover all the cyber threats and news of last week. Yes, now no need to toggle from one website to another or read through various email or WhatsApp messages. So let's begin.
Let's now talk about recent cyber attacks that came to light. Nvidia, an American multinational technology company, hit by possible cyber attack. It was reported that the graphics chip making giant Nvidia had experienced a devastating cyber attack that completely compromised the company's internal systems over the past few days. Well, there's nothing yet linking it to the Russia Ukraine conflict, though, in general, there are already multiple hacking groups targeting critical infrastructure on the world in an ongoing unofficial cyber warfare. US defense contractors hit by stealthy SOC Detour Windows backdoor. SOC Detour's stealthiness can be explained by the fact that it operates filelessly and socketlessly on infected Windows server by hijacking network connection, making it a lot harder to detect at the host and network levels. Microsoft Exchange servers had to deploy Cuba ransomware. As per report, the Cuba ransomware was seen leveraging Microsoft Exchange vulnerabilities to deploy web shells, rats, and backdoors to establish their foothold on the target network and encrypt devices. This means that deploying the available Microsoft Exchange security patches as soon as possible is key in maintaining a robust security stance against such sophisticated threat actors. A sister NAS drive owners hit by deadbolt ransomware attack. The company has published the following recommendation. Change default ports including the default NAS web access ports of 8000 and 8001 as well as remote access web ports of 80 and 443. Disable Easy Connect. Make an immediate backup. Turn off terminal and SFTP services. Luxury children's fashion e-commerce retailer Melijo exposes customers worldwide in data breach. As per report, a misconfigured Amazon S3 bucket owned by the company was left accessible without authentication controls in place that exposed sensitive and personal data for potentially hundreds of thousands of customers. American logistics and freight forwarding company Expeditors International was hit by a cyber attack. The information publicly available on the attack suggests the company was the victim of a ransomware attack that was forced to shut down its network and even global business operations significantly. To avoid threat from spreading, the investigation is still ongoing. Now let's focus on some of those cyber news that are of importance. Creaky old WannaCry and canned crab among the top most detected ransomwares. These ransomware were the havoc of their times, and the unfortunate news is that they are viciously active again and on our autopilot mode. So friends, up your guards and stay alert. Unpatched Microsoft SQL servers are being targeted by threat actors. MS SQL servers are being targeted by threat actors as a part of a new campaign to deploy the Cobalt Strike advisory stimulation tool on compromised hosts. So patch Microsoft SQL servers as soon as possible. Microsoft App Store sizzling with new Electron Boot malware. The backdoor, dubbed Electron Boot, gives attackers complete control of the compromised machines. A backdoor malware that can take over social media accounts, including Facebook, Google, and SoundCloud, has infiltrated Microsoft official store by cloning popular games such as Temple Run or Subway Surfer. Some of the safety tips are: avoid downloading an application with a small number of reviews. Look for applications with good, consistent, and reliable reviews. Pay attention to suspicious application naming that's not identical to the original name. Cyber attackers masquerade as DocuSign to steal Microsoft Outlook logins. A targeted DocuSign-themed phishing attack takes aim at a major US payments company with the goal of stealing Microsoft login credentials. Ensure to remain vigilant about basic security hygiene by not opening emails that are not expected and consider using MFA wherever possible. New flaws discovered in Cisco's network operating system for switches. Cisco has released software updates to address 4 security vulnerabilities, and the most critical of the flaws is CVE 20650 CVSS score 8.8, which relates to a command injection flaw in the NX API feature of Cisco NXOS software that stems from a lack of sufficient input validation of user-supplied data. Iran's Muddy Water hacker group using new malware in worldwide cyber attacks. The intrusions are facilitated by a spear phishing campaign that attempts to coax its target into downloading suspicious zip archives that either contain an Excel file with a malicious macro that communicates with the actor's C2 server, or a PDF file that drops a malicious payload to the infected system. To create barriers for the potential attacks, the agencies are recommending organizations to use multi-factor authentication, limit the use of administrator privileges, implement phishing protections, and prioritize patching for known vulnerabilities. Thank you for your time.